LDLC and G2 continue the clash here. The French versus the French, vying to see who is the best French team. And LDLC
is the best French team.
Map, and they're definitely in better form and shape. And results overall has been superior to G2. And here goes Pistol. Kenny S will smash everyone in the face. Hulk smash on the A-bomb site is going quite effectively as Amanek is left alone. CZ in hand, and I don't imagine that will be the case for much longer as he will get shot in the head. So very quick pistol round. G2 will pick up the T side, but the T side pistol, but the T sides generally have not been going well for them. Do you remember that game, James, where Shox did not have a kill or do any damage until the 11th round?
Yes, I do.
It was on Nuke on the T side.
Yes, it was. And here we are again. Here we are again.
His 2 kills already though, so it's fine.
Returneth. Well, this is an example to see what development there has been for G2, because there were multiple disasters on the T side of Nuke. It was very unusual. But again, you take it with a pinch of salt to a degree, because like maybe they're trying to do some particular thing which we cannot really identify outside of the server, but whatever that was, I don't know what it was, but I hope that they're not doing that anymore. All right then. Ding! No dong. Where's the dong at? Pudong, International Airport, Shanghai. I apologize. Alex and Twanu with pistols. McMeekin. I need to get back on my Duolingo. I was doing French on Duolingo because I'm the only person in my family who is not fluent in French, which makes me a moron. But such is life. Sometimes you're a moron. If you can't see the moron in the room, you're the moron.
Words from James.
Need to get back on a Duolingo. English notoriously bad at second languages. my problem is I didn't speak it at home because my mother is from Francophone Cameroon. So I should have spoken French at home. Then I'd be a translator in The Hague.
Ew. Oh. Devo Duvek is Devo dead. Heck.
I hate you.
Hey man, you gotta have fun somehow.
Your idea of fun
is by causing misery to others.
Is atrocious.
Oh, look at those scout connections. That's pretty fun. Ooh.
Oh my god. These are match-winning tags and frags.
Yes, they are. Those are really, really nice. So much damage output there by the scout. And now they're moving forwards, they will be nicely softened up. Like
what? Like what, Dan?
Quick. I can't do it. I don't know how to speak, James. You take over. I've forgotten.
I don't know. I don't soften anything. All my stuff is hard, so I don't know what to
cookies. Soft
I don't soften cookies.
Soft gooey caramel.
Yeah, but I don't
double
soften
chocolate
them.
chip cookies.
So, yeah, let's move on, shall we?
Okay.
Let's move on. Kenny S and Existence are in a lot of trouble. They need some kind of positional advantage. Logan may be aiding them in that respect with his footsteps. Although now they have information as well. Time pressure for the bomb to go down. Sorry for coughing into the microphone. And we see Kenny quietly moving away from the bomb site now. Logan doesn't know if he's gone towards the door. Or does he? Maybe he does, depending on the position of his teammate Armanek, who's coming in on the ramp position. There goes Kenny. No kits for the CT players. Existence making some steps. He understands the urgency, but Armanek has an off angle, and the kill is absolutely free. It's gratis. I don't know the French word. But when people used to smoke, well, packs of cigarettes, not that I was ever a smoker, used to come with these gratis things where you collect to get free stuff. Gratis, gratis. What is going on with my microphone cable? (2-1) to G2. Well, this is not the round I'm waiting for to see how well they will do. Maybe we'll have to wait 1 or 2 rounds extra. That's a nice shot from Body. He knows he's headshot somebody, but he may be expecting him to be on less than 66 HP. But at least now we know. Get that wall bang. Won't be all the HP in the world. Kenny starting off early. Alex leading these plays into a trap. Again, walking ahead of his smoke. He catches Kenny off guard though, but it will still manage to rattle off a second shot, which will deliver a kill.
Yeah, I think Kenny's kind of fortunate to be alive there, Alex, with some whiffs, and Kenny will get away with murder. Oh, the shotgun! Oh, such a strong position. That could have been so much, but instead it is minimal. Only one frag, and they needed much more than that to even the situation out. But Everduvek get a superior position. Oh, you can see that he's preempting with the shadow there. That's just, I think, you know, Body knows that his shadow is exposing him to that angle, so he's just sort of shoulder peeking, just very... The jiggling there was pretty strong. It's intense. And that will keep him alive as it forced out a pre-fire. Premature pre-fire. Do you premature pre-fire, James? I guess not.
Looks like G2 are going to win a third round.
There it is. And that's the heavy reset onto LDLC's economy. They can definitely try to force it up here with the AK. It wouldn't be the worst decision in the world, considering that their money is not great. But they will get $1,900 for losing this round. So if they do the cleanest of clean ecos, they'll actually be able to buy next round with rifles. But they decide to... Okay, so it seems like there was perhaps a last-second call there for a buy, because most of the players haven't even spent their money. I don't know what they're doing actually with their money right now. It doesn't make any sense, but whatever. We'll see if it works out, whatever they have actually done here. 2 players on full eco, 3 players on 4 spies. I'm not sure exactly. Again, could have completely clean bought and... Oh, sorry, could have ecoed clean and had a full buy in the next round, but if they can make this round work out, it will be forgiven. No harm, no foul and all that. No frags just yet, but the most powerful player, Everduvek, with the AK, powered by the AK. He's in some hurts. And there's no band-aids in this game, there's no med packs, there's no medics, there's no way to heal. Maybe in the next version of Counter-Strike.
Better not be. Don't want any of that casual pleb crap in this game. Plenty of grenades being thrown around. My asthma appears to be deteriorating for the day. Shock's moving into the B bomb site, scanning all over the place. 29 seconds, and it's still a 5 versus 5. Alex is being taken up. Where is Everduvek? Where is the man of the hour? Where is the hero? Where is the man with the AK? He's nowhere to impact this round. He's on the upper bomb site, so that's not going very well. He's lost his gun now. And it seems that G2 will be moving to a 4th round. Over to you, Dan.
That is very true. A much better start on this T side of Nuke, and you're looking for evolution. Perhaps we're seeing some, as G2 are finding a lot more confidence here than in the previous T side, and Logan will eventually be discovered as well. So, okay, so you can see here that the money's just really weird. I mean, obviously, a full save now, and they'll get a great buy in the following round. We'll see Logan going for a taser, but I wouldn't expect to see too much more. They invested so heavily in that previous round. Let's see if they can make this one work, though. As we will have a single smoke and a CZ on Amanek. Everybody else is pretty light on the investment, if nothing invested at all. Got to be really careful behind those smokes. You see the AKs looking for the damage. And really this is just a test of G2's anti-eco strats, because they know that an eco is here.
Hello. Quick exchanging of looks, glances from the FBI. Everduvek. Ooh,
wow.
Juicy.
Nice.
It's a nice little deal he's put for himself there. Oh dear, this is not going well. Shock's starting to back off. That limits the options. He's been warded off that position. Yes, there are 2 players towards the ramp there, but RG2 in position to exploit less players elsewhere. Not particularly. Moving through Squeaky now, so maybe the answer is yes after all. Logan with the Zeus. Wondering if he can use this to actually assist in winning the round. The scope of Kenny will be heard. The one shot, the P250. More info. There's a player in the ladder as well. Logan switches back, but Shox will shoot him in the side of the face. And that's 5-1 for G2.
The numbers got very hairy, didn't it? And I'll have to see whether or not LDLC can make a comeback here with this AWP, because if they can't, this momentum is looking really, really impressive from G2. They got the double Mac 10 here as well, which I think is quite cool. Maybe anticipating a lack of some helmets and going for a very fast strat. So there is the door broken by the HE, and that's going to keep some eyes on that upper bomb side. Oh my god, the push comes in. They don't look. No one looks right, and there's two players there at in the corner that will be taken down by Shox and Smith. So it's not looking too bad after all. And the big rotation is now required as Existence uses that distraction to lurk on the upper bomb site to catch players, to backstab. But he's a bit too quick perhaps, because Logan is still there and he'll have the drop on him.
Costs nothing to look to the right as you come out to the ramp, especially as a second or third person. Very unusual, but it seems to be working for G2 anyway, especially with that frag on Deviduvek. Twanu and Logan remain. Do they want to lose everything? Do they want to be left with nothing? Logan knows, sorry, Twanu knows that. Using the scope, concedes his position. Does he quietly make an exit? There's one player spotted. No diffuse kits for these LDLC players, and that may be the deciding factor in this escape. G2 looking better on the T side of Nuke than we've seen them before in ECS, that's for sure. Much better. Shox has this use now, it seems. Probably stolen from the player in the prior round. 6-1 for G2. Will LDLC be taking more losses in their run after a good start? So much potential, but I think their chance for LAN has gone.
Alrighty then. Alrighty then. Success seems to be the motto now for GT, which is nice. Fast round on upper again. Logan drops body. And the bodies will continue to hit the floor as the trays come out. 3 versus 3. Amanek with a smoke to get himself out into a more forward position, as well as his teammates on Heaven. But that's a good molly, actually. That's going to force him back. Down to
oh no!
Pushes it straight out the window to his death. He will crater.
Didn't he do that in a pistol round as well?
On
a different match? Oh dear.
Yes, he did.
Cratering again. What a rare occurrence. Kenny's got to be careful, because if he tries to peek into the hut, the barrel of the gun will concede his position. That's one way to deal with things, though. But Twanu is still alive and kicking. But a bomb's heading towards B. Smith's left in situ. He had the jump on him. Didn't touch him. Missed all the bullets.
1v1. Twanu making a lot of noise here. There's the peek from Kenny. And GT pick up another round. Oh dear, Amanek. Gravity is a cruel mistress, is it not? Lots of money there for LDLC, but of course they are not converting on the rounds. And this was about the point in which LDLC started losing loads of rounds against G2 on Mirage. We saw G2 then suddenly, after looking like they were in a similar position, just switch things completely on their CT side last map. But the question is whether LDLC are up to the task here. Lots of fire on the map. You can see the mini map just lit up with orange and red. That is going to be dissipating now. Pretty big exchange there. G2 have way more utility in general here, so there's a big advantage for them to abuse. Now just holding position. Some smokes outside to suggest the run down to secrets, to cover their tracks. And deep Molotov into stairs. That's an important one, because it can be that a quick timing can be very successful if someone peeks those secret stairs as your team is running down into a new position, more forward. And that is so solid there from Existence. Twanu, how does he do this? He's walking around here, not sure exactly where these T's are. I know so they're around him somewhere. And Existence runs around the corner and just hits him straight in the face.
3v4 in favor of G2. 40 seconds. The bomb is in a safe place as far as G2 are concerned. It's a nice shot into Amanek. 4 versus 2 now. Is it time to converge on a site? Still a dangerous round. Alex and Logan both on the A site at present. G2, it is a guessing game as to which way to go. Got a player in main and Shocks and pre-fire from Logan. Can he finish off the job? Eventually, well, we know he can't, but Alex will do it. 12 seconds now for the bomb to go down on the high grounder's body. He's taken out, and now Kenny's got to commit to the bomb plant here. Surely, indeed, he will. Very close. Alex with the USP rings the bell, and the pistol, I think the Tech 9 just all over the place there. Alex survives with 7 HP, 4K for him. Only good for the second run for LDLC, but they win in the worst possible fashion. Only one person surviving, so it's a big opportunity for G2.
Very nice by Alex. Feels satisfying when you get the M4 working that well. Wow, you can't really get much closer than that. Having to pull out the USP. And indeed, it is going to be some small success for LDLC. The AWP will come out, but G2 have doubled up on AWPs themselves on the T side. Kenny's and Shocks both feeling like 2 AWPs will be a way to smash LDLC in this round. I'm not convinced, but I am very willing for them to show us and prove it. Little booty spotted by body by Logan. And then when that creeps, oh, he's going to see the barrel of the gun, and Shocks is too fast.
Also Shotty coming out to play again, but absolutely denied by Shocks. 4 on 4, and now we can see that Alex is flanking. This will be very unexpected, surely. What are you doing here, sir? But English flag, probably looking for pies. Not making his way inside just yet. Duvek on the low ground, opening the door in the smoke. Will make it easier for spray. Bomb being planted, is exposed, but he can't find the right angle. Alex now in the vent going for a full spray, but Existence will say no. And there's a man advantage for G2. If LDLC lose by a wipeout, this is going to be a really nasty half for them. And like that, we've got stereo frags from G2, leaving Twanu in a 1 versus 4. Maybe at the point of no return. But look at the lack of money. That's what happens when you win 1 round with 1 person surviving. And then everybody gets wrecked. You got no money. Twanu may survive. But there's not much else to be said for this round. Hero AWP is not likely to get much mileage on Nuke versus some other maps. So this is very close to worst case scenario for LDLC. Only 1 weapon surviving being saving grace, but it's still not looking great at all. Double to AWPs on the T side of Nuke. Show us the way, G2.
Big push, big fast round here from LDLC, G2 wanting to break forward through to the upper bomb site, but being shut down by the pre-nades of LDLC, and that's fine. Expected. So working with what they can see, which is not much at the moment. As you can see, there are forward smokes all over the place, and Shocks holding an angle. Did he actually connect there? I'm not sure. Either way, it will be inconsequential as they will reroute themselves into the upper bomb site, and this is not looking all that fantastic here. Trays will be coming out, but the AWP's collected by body. The shadow teasing for Devo Duvek as he moves around the corner, finds it though. And 1 more to go, so close there. The pre-aim was on point towards the hut opening. There's a real chance here for Amanek and Devo Duvek, the French combo.
Smith and Body coming to join his teammate. They've got the bomb. Oh dear, sound cues. A lot of sound cues. Smith's going to the roof. For a flash, maybe? A smoke to heaven. And out Body goes. Smith's coming back in. And LDLC have gone to the B bomb site. Now what? They have outpositioned themselves. It was pure guesswork. And now what do they do?
This is actually super smart from G2. I'd imagine Smith's probably calling the shots on this one. And we can go into the details as to why it's so smart in a moment. As you highlighted, James, the now what situation is pretty real here. As you can see, Smith has a superior fighting position down there. The verticality favoring him, and that will be easy cleanup. Now the fact that, so you have the two options of two bomb sites, it's really cool that G2 recognize, hey, the upper bomb site's just going to be stronger. Even if they have some position, if we attack from Squeaky, we can either trade out, or if they've rotated, we lock them out. And for LDLC, if you go down, if you risk it and go down to that lower site and it's upper, you're screwed because you have to come back up again. So the upper bomb site is actually so often going to be a better bet for G2. It's really smart. And look at the rewards that they get as a benefit. They get another anti-eco to play against, or to play on, play for. They're playing against anti-eco, James.
They're not playing against much. Not on this occasion. 9-2 for G2.
I can't speak at all, can I? The struggle is real. I don't even have asthma.
I seem to have found a posture which will not allow me to cough all the time for now, which works. I'm happy with that. It's an unusual posture, but let's not go into detail. Slow round from G2, wanting to minimize mistakes as there is plenty of potential. 4 pistols remain, but only 3 players for G2 remain. 2 players. What is going on? They have basically nothing in this round. Shox has got 25 HP. He must be very careful. Now Logan's picked up an AK-47. There goes Shox. It's down to Smith to fix this. This has turned into a mess. Knows the last player was around that squeaky position. Had to get the reload in. There is the bomb. Logan walking towards the hut. And there is the rounds. 3 rounds for LDLC. I don't know what that was, but it was. And it is.
It was slow until it wasn't. And then it was quite quick, the way the cards came tumbling down there for G2. The House of Cards ruined. And now they have to rebuild again, although they have all the money to do so. LDLC in with a chance to maybe string some more CT side rounds together. Some quick smokes outside for G2. Bish, bash. Oh, nice catch from Alex. Does damage to Body as well. I think he dinged him too. So Body will actually trade out. So that's not the worst thing in the world thanks to the trade. But they have lost a player and a lot of health on Body. So they are quite fragile at this point. 20 with the AWP, he's untradeable here. Surely, but he has to hit the shot and he can't do it. Kenny, yes, manages to find it. And they'll go quickly down onto the lower bomb site where Deva Duvek will try to get position out of the vent. But Existence with the wide peak. 4 versus 2. It seems as though G2 are just absolutely all over this.
The reset again. Maybe the one G2 deserve after that last round. Maybe not. Omnic chasing. There's 1 player taken out. Not the bomb carrier, however. That would have been a huge frag for him. Bomb is planted on A. Now what does he do? Wherever he goes, he runs to his doom unless he walks. If he walks, there may not be time really to realistically achieve something, so not really a great situation for Omnic. The sound of a taser is heard. And it seems he will want to save the AWP. We're moving into the last 2 rounds of the first half, and this CT side has been disastrous for LDLC. Really, they should have only 2 rounds. They have 3. And that can make a difference when your rounds are so low, moving into the second pistol. So while it's just 1 number above another, it does have a lot of significance in my opinion. 5 rounds would be something, but not looking bloody likely. It seems they will force around the AWP because they understand the value of those 5 rounds. So they will take the gamble. We don't play for 4 rounds, we play for 5 rounds, because with 4 rounds, our chances of losing are considerably higher.
Considerably. Well, there's always a way back in. That's Counter-Strike for you. So, got a little cheeky boost in the ramp position, and that will hopefully allow them to secure things there. And Amanek will also be supporting ramp also, so if G2 have to move through that position, they will be in some trouble. I don't imagine that they will get through there unscathed unless they go through with a lot of players. Shox is harassing with some grenades, perhaps trying to bait out some utility, kind of utility. No such thing though so far. LDLC have very few utilities, so what they have is precious. And here goes Twanu. That's a great shot. Straight through the window. And in fact, they will go towards ramp. Now this is interesting. Surely a chance here for LDLC.
Alex has not seen the player go beyond him, which is going to bait his teammate accidentally. He will trade the kill though, but surely he can't survive this situation. Flashbang was never going to go off in time.
Yep.
Too many man on the ramp. 2 LDLC players remaining. This is still winnable. Logan on A. Seems his teammate will make his way towards B. Multi-frag certainly possible. Logan avoiding all the flashbangs. Spotting Kenny as well, but he can't get a kill. He had to find a kill there. Twani missing his shot. This is disastrous.
Yeah, it all starts with Alex, doesn't it? He really overplayed his hand. It's not ever peeking at all, and we didn't see any utility from his teammate. I'm not sure if, I think it was Amanek with him. I'm not sure if Amanek had anything to throw to allow him to peek, like a flash or something like that. But it definitely seemed like he mistimed it. But that does happen. You know, you can't always be perfect with that sort of play if you're going for the maximum damage. And it all fell apart. 11-3, G2. Haven't had a great season so far, but this has been a great Nuke game for them, great half. They did lose the first map after a very competitive first half. It finished 16-10, and now we will see G2 looking to do something similar to LDLC perhaps as they struggle. It really looks like G2 are very well prepared on this map on the T side. Like it's just like night and day versus Mirage.
Last round. Not much going on with LDLC, and yes, Dan, I do agree with what you were saying. Improvements have been made, it would seem. Kenny scoping outside. The 5-7, not quite hitting the head. And it looks like a 12-3 half for G2 is en route. That's a very blue scalp. 20 with a nice shot. Now Logan could get some kills here, but 4 kills? I don't know. Towards the ramp, there are 2 players in heaven. They're looking around, they're focusing on the ladder. See Smith makes his way down. Shox is just waiting. He has the angle. And there's the one tap. 12-3 for G2. A landslide half from them. 17 kills for Smiths, leading the charge on Nuke. Didn't see him get that many frags. But here he is. Very nice. Now let's see if G2 can close it out. A pistol would really deject LDLC mentally, surely. G2 having won the first pistol, can they close out the second as well? All Kevlar for the G2 squad. Armanek and Alex will have grenades, and as we can see, it seems they're all going outside. No lurkers whatsoever indoors. One spotted by Kenny. 1, 2, there's a flashbang, won't see the rest. So they have no idea that everybody is headed towards B. Existence lies in wait, as does Smith. Smith taken out early. It's a nice tap from Existence. He may have seen 2, maybe even all 3 on the radar. Falls back down the stairs. Meanwhile, Kenny makes his way towards control. Existence with 6 HP. 3 on 3. Ooh, he had a slight chance, Kenny, but missed his shot. And just like that, LDLC take the pistol.
So we would expect G2 to wait around before they buy. So this might be a fast one as well. It's always fun when you see teams in this position just decide to do something funny, something hilarious. Like we saw, oh, it was actually LDLC who, I think it was Mirage, they did a 5-man stack on Ticket, and then they did, when the bomb went to B, they did a 5-man stack with 2 players boosted in CT spawn. Actually got a kill out of it, which was really awesome to watch. And stuff like that's fun. I like it. Couple smokes outside once again. And obviously that's just going to happen pretty much every round. Tiny will be taking down who he can. Spotting a lot of players, doesn't want to overplay his position. Got to be so careful, and perhaps he's done just that. He will die. 3 Mac 10s. They can absolutely push into the upper bomb site now. They've seen so many players outside, and I feel like we're going to see that pretty soon. With all these Mac 10s, you know, what they're good at is jumping around corners. They're good at punishing players with no Kevlar. This is the perfect round for them. Existence has stolen an AK, which is not the ideal situation for LDLC. Oh.
The cops.
Swapping out the pistols. Existence will hold on to the AK and they'll save. Or will they? Yes, they will.
So I'm using baits. And off they go. I still miss the booth with the dead body, the trail of blood in T-spawn of Nuke.
Yeah, I would like to see just more stuff on the map. Whether it be more sounds, more ambient sounds in different locations. Because I think that would be cool. I think it would also serve to help viewers learn maps, because you would sort of be able to not only sort of differentiate between the geometry and just, you know, what stuff looks like, but also, you know, what stuff sounds like. So if you are switching from one position to another very quickly, you'll have also an instant switch of the ambient noise, which could be fun.
I don't agree with any of that.
Why not?
Because I think it would be too intrusive.
Doesn't
Why do you need different sound for different areas? You can see it's a different area.
It's just nice. Give them up some character.
Just get a Sony Walkman out.
Some maps do it. We'll see if KennyS can do much with his position. It can be pretty tough if the players are fast like that. 20, easy headshot it seems. And they've got the lower bomb side, LDLC. G2 down to 4 players.
But there is a surrounding of the surrounding. Existence moving back and forth. I think he's on his own, so he just wants to show some presence, take attention away from his teammates. He's done that and he's died. And now what do G2 do? 3 versus 4. Doesn't look very likely for them in this particular round. Still on the A side, and it seems they will remain there. So I think Existence was trying to draw attention to maybe create a hole in the defenses for his teammates to exploit, but I don't know how much they were invested into that. Maybe it was a plan that only he was listening to. And LDLC will move to round number 6, putting them a mere 6 rounds behind their opponent. Half the score, in fact. So it's still a long way to go, but there aren't many signs of recovery for G2 just yet, but maybe the round after this one. They should keep their money together. Okay, seems they'll buy around what they have. Plenty of utility as well. Let's see what they can do. What does KennyS do in this situation? Looks like he's trying to buy... Okay, there we go. He will focus on the... Oh no, it's a full investment from him, in fact. And it's a fast play into the A site from LDLC. Catching G2 out to... Well, I don't know. They're just catching them in the net, the fishing net. The trawler taking all comers. And just like that, this round is more or less over.
Hello. Shock's looking to do some more here. He survives. The battle for survival. This is not the best spot to be in now. There's so many players there. The flash behind the smoke will allow him to drop into cover and go back into heavy. He's going to re-engage here. Oh my god. To go for the ninja. You sneaky, sneaky man. That was actually pretty smart. He had the kit as well. If only he didn't have the... You have to use the smoke to get out of position. Maybe there would have been a chance, but... You can see that there is... the money's awkward for G2. Only 2 players can really buy. So they will just go for a half buy. Mac 10 on Alex. He can be the front man, the guy taking the corners, the first contact around these choke points. So KennyS. Just with a CZ. No Kevlar. Looking forward to seeing what he can do with the AWP. He is renowned for it on this map. Perhaps the best AWPer of Nuke in the world. That is his reputation. However, it's He needs to get the AWP, and might be a round or two until that happens. Well, a round. This one will be cleaned up. So nice anti-eco coming in from LDLC. They'll lose 2 players, but that's fine. And we'll move into AWPing territory. Now, this is where the serious business is. And so far, James, only 3 CT rounds have been won out of 20 rounds played.
It's not a good stat, especially if you're G2 on the CT side. But, I mean, this is their first proper buy, in fairness. This is where the game starts now, finally. After 5 rounds, now we see where things will lie. Both teams on a full buy, although one will have no money afterwards. G2, what do they expect? Do they expect a fast play to break the buy from LDLC? Another fast play into A. Shock and awe. A burst outside. An avoidance of Kenny S. They opt for the second AWP, interestingly. Will that be shocks towards the ramp? He's got a very forward spawn. Not sure where else he would choose to go. But we will soon find out, very soon indeed, because it is time. 3 AWPs on the server. Quick wall of smoke outside, it looks like, from LDLC. Wouldn't be surprised to see a gap. There's a Molotov, as is common from the CTs, to break that. Existence playing outside, maybe in case somebody wants to jump into main quickly. Got one player jumping past, but that is going to be Alex shot twice by Kenny S, as if once wasn't enough. Where is that smoke headed? Well, wherever it is, it's not going to help Existence. I think that was supposed to be a flashbang over his head to help him peek or reposition. Didn't work, and Kenny gets taken out. So these 2 AWPs not quite hitting the mark there. Smith's taken out in main, trying to reposition, and Twanu is making it look like he's playing matchmaking at the moment. Just constant punishing, everybody trying to reposition, but that's what Twanu's best at. Allowing people to walk into his crosshair, especially other snipers. Looking for the ace now is Twanu.
Look how windy it is, James. Your sound.
Yeah. This already has enough sound. You go into the B bomb site, you hear like the grinding of machines or something.
Yeah.
So it already has what you're looking for.
Goes to a truck, maybe you hear the engine. So on. It's just small things like that.
But it has that already.
Yeah, more.
Why do you need more than what's already there?
Because I want more, James. I want more.
Did you know there's a dog on Mirage?
Yes.
You did?
Where?
What do you mean where? Did you or did you not?
No. You
didn't know. See, there is already enough sound. You're just not paying attention. We have to go and find it. I'm not going to spoil the surprise.
Oh, wow.
You want different sounds around the map, go and find them. Go and find them. See, there's more for you to enjoy already without having an explosion of Dan-requested sounds.
And if I just want more. That's all I can say. Now, G2 probably want more rounds. They have been a bit stuck, but no AWP for Kenny this round, but they will have rifles. And LDLC are on the big comeback. No one can seem to win CT rounds. It's a problem, a big problem so far.
On the buy once again. How does Kenny not have an AWP?
Because...
Wait, they won the buy round last time, weren't they?
Yeah, 2 rounds
ago.
ago.
They found some extra. So they've gone for the force buy with limited grenades over the full buy with a round lead. This is something which has been common in France as well. They get more buys, I suppose, this way round, so they'll have to eco next round. So I guess it's an extra buy, essentially. And maybe this is enough. They have position, apart from ramp. Shocks in the B-bomb site. I'm not sure if he has any support. In fact, no, everybody else is upstairs, so he's got to get more than one. Otherwise, it hasn't been worth its time. Armament going down the ramp, and it won't even be one.
Yeah.
That might just be the rounds. Or is it? Kenny's fighting back. 2 kills. The bomb carrier's been dropped. And now G2 has the man advantage. They're swarming all over the place.
Yeah, it's actually quite cool as well to see the fact that... Oh, this is not really doable for 20. But to say, it's cool to see that Smith is finding so much success on this game of Nuke. It's been really fun to watch.
As a giant target of criticism as well, right?
Yeah, and I think one thing that Smith doesn't get credit for is the fact that, and actually one of the reasons why perhaps he was a good coach, is the fact that he's is actually quite a smart player, and he may not, from a mechanical perspective and an individual skill perspective, clutch perspective, like some of these more individual areas may not be sort of what you look at him for. You'd like look at Shocks for those things. Smith does know every grenade on every map and all the time, every single strat. Like he's very knowledgeable, and so it's good to see him benefiting from putting himself in good positions, making good decisions. And that's one of the reasons why teams like having him on, as he is a hard worker. But sometimes, I mean, it does come down to shooting people.
Yeah.
And being better at that. Like, that is such a big deal. You can't really get around it. So, what he, it only goes so far at times. Having knowledge.
Alex awaits the support grenades. There they are. Off he goes. Much later on in the round, avoiding the Molotov. We have off angles in the garage, looking towards main for G2. And Kenny will say no to Alex. Only one player spotted for Shocks, but there are 4 players there. He will hear more footsteps, but how many can he really identify? Hard to tell if it's more than 3 players. Plenty going down towards B. Armanek will hold silent and wait for a rotation. Shock starting to stream in, but he knows somebody could be waiting in his position. And there's Armanek, but he's got an AK. He's got a better weapon for the job. Existence got an AK too. He will trade. There's Kenny taken down at close range. 30 seconds. Still a man advantage for G2. Can they win another round? There's 20 towards the wrap. There's a trade from Logan. Trying to plant the bomb now. Won't happen. 14 rounds for G2.
There you go. Indeed, they're getting close. Only had to win 2 CT rounds to be in this position. CT rounds have been so few and far between. And LDLC's money is running out here as well. So if G2 are to win this, then it's going to be maybe a bit ropey. Actually, no, that said, 3k on Devadivek, 4.5 on Amanek. Actually, they're probably fine. But I suppose being on against match point is never fine. All the smokes outside once again. We mentioned how that will be happening every single round. Pretty much, as you never want to just do it when you're going outside. You want to do it every round, so there's a question that maybe you aren't going outside some of the time when those smokes are up. It's just massive denial of information. Forces the CT to play lower. Oh my god, that's big damage on the spray. Taking down Alex. Great stuff from Existence. Kenny has to follow. And this is looking very bad. Smiths with one as well. It is a frag for everyone on the team for G2. So only Shocks left to get a kill. It'll be Smiths to get the double. 24 and 11 Smiths.
Seems they found their groove. And maybe this is what you need. You're back to the wall. Then you play without care to the best of your ability. No pressure. Maybe it's all the pressure, who knows? Maybe it's a combination of both. Some kind of weird vacuum. The rifles start to disappear for LDLC. A fast wall of smoke outside. Alex on the way, this time with a Tech 9, looking for those close quarters engagements. The squeaky door blown off. Alex will be heard by Kenny S. The body's taking matters into his own hands. Smiths is there as well, looking for a transfer. 2 kills for him. And that leaves Alex and Twanu to try to stave off the match, to try and stay in the match. Match point is here already. 3 versus 2 in favor of G2. Twanu has the bomb. And they wait. Waiting for a mistake from G2. For somebody to look in the wrong place, to walk into a crosshair. Kenyes moving outside, trying to figure out what's going on. Feeling his position may be relatively safe, although let's not forget, I think Alex was going for a push through secret earlier. Finds himself in a squeaky at the moment. Shocks is in the squeaky, behind the box. Alex, will he check behind this box? No. Shocks playing for. Wants to know where the second player is. I'll take Alex out though when he needs to. That leaves Twanu in a 1 versus 3. Still carrying the bomb. Massive off angle from Shocks. So the grenade timing doesn't work out for him. And maybe there's a chance for Twanu.
Kenny and Existence to be up against. It's going to be a tough one. Kenny with that AWP as well. Oh, he's ready and waiting, Existence. And he'll happily receive in with open arms, 16-9. A great performance here from the likes of G2. They had a really strong start on that T side, and it was all eventually about bringing together the CT rounds. And it's pretty interesting to see this French versus French situation, because of course these players will be very experienced playing one another, and that can make for some weird games. But for G2, it was all under control from start to finish, really.
Yes. Did wonder if they would be able to string the CT rounds together after the droughts for both teams, but it looks like they found their groove towards the end of the second half. And again, an outstanding performance from Smiths. Didn't really see the frags coming, but boy, did he light up the scoreboard. Almost a 30 bomb for him, with plenty more rounds to come. 2,400 damage for Smiths. 26-4-12. Definitely the best performance we've seen from him this league so far, and it's great to see, especially as one of the players who is most targeted for criticism in relation to fragging power. Well, that's another loss in the bag for LDLC. Puts them on 10 losses now, and that means that they will not even be able to tie the score with 5th and 4th place. They won't be making it to land. Will FaZe or will Mousehawks? We will see in the matches to come.